welcome to Chow Time. Cowboys spent long months on the range driving cattle, and one thing they really looked forward to was first thing in the morning having a cup of coffee around the campfire, except for the fact they never called it coffee. They always called it a cup of Arbuckle. And here's why. Arbuckle Coffee Company was the coffee company of the day. You see, up until Arbuckle's, when you bought coffee at the store, it always came just green beans. You'd have to roast the coffee beans yourself, which was a tedious chore, and often they'd roast unevenly and you'd wind up with a lousy cup of coffee. So in 1864, Arbuckle's patented a way to roast their beans and sell them that way. And so it was wildly popular. In fact, they like to say it was the coffee that won the West. And this is interesting. Arbuckle Coffee Company is still around. You can buy their coffee online, and it's excellent. Another thing that was enjoyed back then as a sweet treat was custard, whether it was custard pie or custard pudding. And so I decided to combine the two. For our custard pie, we're going to start with 3 eggs. And I like to put it in this giant measuring cup so I can just pour it into the pie shell. And if you happen to get an eggshell in there, take it out with the eggshell itself. It's the best way to get it out. Okay, now I'm going to beat my eggs a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to add 1.5 cups of milk and 1/2 cup of light cream, or 1/2 and 1/2. Pour that in. A teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/2 cup of sugar. So we'll blend that really well. One last ingredient. I have 3 tablespoons of instant coffee, and I'm going to dissolve it with 1 tablespoon of warm water. And just mix that around. And this goes into the custard mixture. Okay, now I have a 9-inch deep dish pie shell, which I did not bake because I'm not very good at pie shells. So I'm just going to pour the custard in there. Okay, perfect amount. And you don't have to be concerned if the coffee crystals don't dissolve all the way. Now this goes in a 400-degree oven for 40 minutes. And of course when you bake a custard, you have to cook it twice. So then I'm going to turn the temperature down to 300 and cook it for another ½ an hour. So 40 minutes. Now it's time to turn the oven down to 300 degrees for about ½ an hour, or until the pie is set. Here it is. Now, you have to let it cool down completely, and then you want to chill it. So when it's almost cooled down, you can pop it in the refrigerator until it's nicely chilled down. And to finish it off, I like to top it with some loosely whipped, slightly sweetened whipped cream. And a little sprinkling of coffee beans. Those bitter coffee beans will taste great with that sweet pie. You know, I love anything with coffee in it. This tastes like silk. It's rich and creamy. I love the kind of cream float on top. You know, I think I've stepped up the old chuck wagon chow just a little bit.